Hello everybody, I'm Psychotic, and that's also my screen name. Today we are back with episode 13 of our Season 2 for Medieval Dynasty. Our goals today are to try to finish that kitchen that we placed at the end of our last episode. We're going to try and get some people to fill it, and we're going to go on a spring mining run because we haven't yet for the season. And we're also going to see if we can scam any tech points off of any of the NPC village missions. So those are our main goals for today. We might wind up building a couple of houses as well. We'll play it by ear and see what happens. But if you learn anything useful today, or if you have a good time, please don't be afraid to drop a like. And if you're feeling friendly, maybe go ahead and subscribe. But without further ado, let's go ahead and load in. Alrighty, here we go. So we need to check and see what we're doing on the logs, because I cannot for the life of me remember how many we had from the end of last episode. We do have 13. Let's see if that's enough to get her done. We're also going to need some sticks and some rocks. It's either 8 or 12 rocks, I don't remember. We'll take 12 just to be sure. And sticks, I don't know. Say like 65. We'll see what happens. But I want to get this guy up and going. It was 8. I totally forgot the straw, like I do every single time. So we have a couple of options here. We can use that night vision potion to go to the mine, like I suggested a few minutes ago. Or we can work on the fields a little bit. I'm kind of anxious to see... Why don't we use the night vision potion? We will see if they can handle the fields on their own. I usually panic. I don't like cutting it close, and I wind up doing the field stuff anyway for them, but I kind of want to see how far they get on their own. As long as we make sure that we're home this time for the season change, we should be okay, because we can check the field before the season actually shifts. So we still have 2 full days, so they've got time to get that done. I don't know why, but I really struggle with trusting them to get things done on time. I think it's part of my issue in general with time constraints in games. Anytime you present me with a timer, I lose my little tiny mind. I don't know why, it's just what happens. That's why Icarus was so stressful for me. Is you have a real-time time limit. Most of the missions you have 7 real-time days to get them done, and realistically you can usually do them in a couple of hours, but just having that looming over you where you have to get it done by a certain amount of time makes me panic. I don't know why. And we did actually miss out on the King's guy. He did disappear at the end of the season, so that was a big ol' oopsie for me. I thought that he was still the one from a couple of episodes ago when I saw it the first time, so I ignored it. And then when I realized it wasn't, it was too late to do anything about it. So that's unfortunate. Hopefully that doesn't hurt us too much in the long run. It would have been some nice extra Dynasty points. Wow, the forest is just friggin' alive today. It would have been a bunch of extra Dynasty points, which would have been really awesome. And it's unfortunate that we did not get those, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not a huge deal. I don't actually know what happens if you ignore all of his requests. His requests weren't a thing when I used to play, and we did them all in our Season 1. So I actually don't know what happens if you just ignore them. I can't imagine it would be a game over. That would be a little excessive, particularly for newer players. But I am kind of curious as to what happens. How is our... Oh yeah, we have a fresh pickaxe. We're fine. Alright, so this thing's going to be... It's actually not as dark as I thought it was going to be in here. So let's see what happens if we quaff our night vision potion. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh, that's nice. That's real nice. We might have to actually invest in some of those. and give us a little bit of extra time till daylight. I would love to hit up one of the herbalists to get another couple of night vision potions, but they're not going to be open anyway, so that's kind of irrelevant. So we do have 20 grand. I mean, buying those isn't going to be a huge deal. Although as we come up on the stable, we're going to want to make sure to keep at least 20 grand liquid, because we are going to need about 10 grand a horse. So and we did switch them over to mostly limestone. I think at this point, with the amount of stone that we're pulling out of the mine, it might behoove us to switch them to entirely limestone for a little while, just because we're pulling out so much more stone than we're actually utilizing at the moment. And that will probably change in the future, but for now, I mean, what are we going to do with 1,000 stone? That's a bunch of weight that's just chilling there, in the way. Copper. Starts with a C, psych. One day, I will remember my alphabet. You know, the problem isn't even that I don't know the alphabet. The problem is that I keep forgetting that the storages are alphabetized. I don't know why. It's always been that way. It's been that way since I used to play before the game fully released. And I still, for some reason, cannot get it through my thick skull that the inventories are alphabetized. Okay, so our copper... Oh, 31 bronze this run. That is gorgeous. Absolutely phenomenal. Okay, so we've got 24 extra copper, which means that we are going to need 12 sticks. Because the most expensive thing that we can sell for copper is the copper knives. That is the best copper selling item. And hopefully we don't need another copper hammer. If we do, we're going to have to buy it because it is what it is. Alright, so let's see what else we can offload onto these poor unsuspecting villagers. That clay vial can go... You know, it occurs to me that that was incredibly stupid. I just drank out of a stream that is downstream from a donkey. That is absolutely foul. I feel like that's how you catch stuff. So, she is a female producer. That's going to be fantastic. She is also a farmer and a trader. She's just good all the way around. Gerarda? That's an interesting name, too. Not the most feminine, but it's interesting. And interesting people are more fun. That's okay. We'll make it work. You guys want to get out of bed? Dude, you need a bath. Look at those feet. Yeesh. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Momojira. Mojmira. Interesting. Hey, I know you're awake. I see your eyes. You can't just shut your eyes again like nothing happened. I saw them open. Hers too. Yeah, oh, okay. So see, her eyes are open right now if you look in the bottom left of the screen. But if I look at her, they close. That's creepy.
Hello, traveler.
Not as creepy as me jumping up and down on them while they're trying to sleep, I suppose. But still creepy. 4. Hey, perfect.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you too.
It's nice to meet you.
Oh,
Have a good
you're
day.
not the... Was he the... Oh, man. Norbert, I wasn't done with you.
Best goods in the valley.
Okay, so we want to see about... We want Potion of Instant Healing 2. Let's go ahead and buy all 6 of those. So that's 360. And then, do you have any Potions of Night Vision? You don't have any Potions of Night Vision. Oh, yeah, you do. I've got them highlighted. Sometimes I really worry about myself. We could also go for some Potions of Weight. You know what? We've been pretty careful with that. I don't know. Yeah, let's take him anyway, just in case. So that was 1,500. I probably should have been watching how much we were spending a little closer. Hopefully, we've got enough to cover it with our goods. Yeah, it looks like we did have enough to cover it with our goods, so it's not a huge deal. We're not really out much. We're not out anything. We got it all back. So that is a happy place to be. It did take most of our goods to do so, but we were able to recover everything
See you soon.
that we spent on potions, which is the main reason that I was thinking of not doing an herbalist check. There's a female extractor.
Hail, friend.
So when we get to upgrade our, or when we build our second wood chopping station, she will be involved in that. Now, there should only be one house that she can go into because the other one is a female. So that's perfect. And then as far as jobs go, what do we have that requires extraction that we don't already have somebody in? Water carrier, lumberjacks. Well, if we get another lumberjack up, that's going to take 2, which will pull our water carrier off, so we're going to need at least 1 more for a water carrier. But right now, how many houses only have 1 person in them? We should have 2 that have 1 person. Nope, apparently I was able to pair the other one. Okay. So we need a male producer for her. And then we need probably another pair of extractors. Once we get the mine, we're going to need 6 extractors for that, so it's not really going to be a waste to get extras.
Best goods in the valley.
Yep, best goods in the valley, that's what y'all say. I did not jump soon enough, so we just took a flying leap into the middle of this wheat field. That was fun. What did he hit that time? There was another fence there that I couldn't see for the wheat. Alright, well. That was an adventure and a half. We attempted to fly twice. Both times were a failure, so I guess the first time we tried, and then we had to try again just to make sure it wasn't a fluke. At least that's what we're going with. West. Alrighty then. Hello, what can I help you with? I was asked to check up on the ride delivery that was supposed to go to Gustovia. Are there any setbacks? So he hasn't even reached Gustovia yet. That's worrying. What happened? I sent one of my workers with the parcel yesterday. He should be back here already. There were never any problems with this route before. Something must have gone wrong. I'm already involved in the situation, so I could go and try and find him. I've traveled here from Gustovia, but maybe I missed him somewhere along the way. Would you do it? It would be extremely helpful of you. I hope that he's okay. Let's not waste any time then. He's not okay, but we're going to make sure that he lives, because I'm not an asshole. Well, that's not fair. I am an asshole. I'm not that kind of asshole. I would really, 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 really love to buy her potions too, but we don't have anything to offset the cost, so we're going to wait to buy her potions until we see what we've got as far as saleables are concerned. You are a producer, madam. Didn't we need a female producer, or am I insane? What are you? You are a female producer. We needed a male producer. That is unfortunate. I would love to take you on, lady. You're a trader, which would also be useful, except we don't have that access to the stalls yet, so that would be a waste to hold on to her that long. Wait. The only downside to pulling in as many villagers as quickly as we have this season is they're all going to be having babies about the same time, and that's going to be a pain in the butt. But we've staggered them out across 3 years this time instead of getting them all in the same season or 2. So I think that's going to help us avoid the situation we were in Season 1 where literally half the village was either a child or out with child. So the big deal isn't even that you lose the workers during that period. The big deal is, what are you going to do with them when they come back? Because you've probably already replaced them. They're out for 2 years. Hey, you don't look so hot, mate. Please help me, I'm badly wounded. Damn, you sure are bleeding a lot. I've been attacked. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it. You're Nadar's worker, aren't you? The one who was supposed to deliver the ride to Gustovia? That's right. Here, take the parcel if you want. Just please get some help. Take this, it should help with the pain. Oh, we can give him a straight-up potion. Nah, we're going to give him the plantain, because I'm a cheap ass. Thank you, stranger. I'm on my way. Try to keep pressure on the wound. The only part that I don't like is I have to take the parcel to Gustovia still, but they want us to go back to get help all the way back up to Rolnica. And I feel like, why couldn't we just get help in Gustovia? They're about, like, we're equidistant between the two. I found your wounded man on the road. He's been attacked and needs help. Oh my, I must send someone promptly. I gave him some medicine. He should be able to pull through. Thank you very much for the help. Will you handle the delivery of the rye? I don't know when I... Sure, don't worry about it. You're amazing. Here's some coin for all your help. You know what? We're going to be nice because we have almost 25 grand. We're going to tell him to keep it for the worker. If we were low on our... if we were low on fundage, would have been a different story. But we have more than enough for our needs, so I'm not going to... We'll just give it to the guy that's hurt.
Best goods in the valley.
Okay, night vision. She's got 8 of them at 60 apiece. That's 480. We're not going to get our full money back. Oh, it worked out exactly. 480 and 480. Okay. Well, we didn't make any profit off of those shoes, but we broke even, and that is all that matters. That's not true. I really want to take all of our money, but we don't have enough goods right now. Right, she wanted a hunter, and we don't care about that, so we're going to go down to Gustovia. Now, didn't Gustovia have a quest? No, it was Borowil. Well, Gustovia does too. And we need to pay our taxes, so we really should go to Gustovia. Oh, poop. I forgot about our wife's quest. Gustovia. Okay. Okay, that works out. We're going to Gustovia anyway. That's convenient. I also just realized we could have had our wife pay our taxes. I didn't actually have to come over here to do it. But we're over here, so we may as well handle it. Alright, do we have a male extractor? We only have one person. It is a male. Are you an extractor, sir? You are! Wow! The game is kind to us today. That is super exciting. Things like that almost never happen. Wait a minute. Okay, we need to figure out which of the single... That one's a producer, which means the house that's at 91.2% is where he needs to go. There we go. So then the two of them will both shack up and start the logging station at the same time. Now we do need to figure out... So we still need a male producer too, it looks like. Yeah. Yeah. We're going to need that anyway for the kitchens when we upgrade them, so that works out. Where are you, Unagast? Since you're still around. Did you come here to pay your taxes? Yes, here you go. This should cover everything. Splendid. And dialogue. Dobroniega. Also, there's a quest here that we can check out. What you need, Henrika? Help from a strong man. Nope. Here's your rye, lady. Welcome back. Did someone order a rye delivery? Let me check my list. Everlasting youth, world peace, extinction of mosquitoes. Rye, yes. Oh, we can flirt with her. Let's flirt with her. No, we have a wife. Let's not flirt with her. That's a terrible idea. Did you find any problems on the way? A few, but nothing a big-time adventurer like me could not handle. I feel sorry for the slain dragons already. You should. The werewolves definitely weren't happy about it. Here's your payment, conqueror of the simple errand. I beg you farewell. I bid you farewell as a wealthy man in that case. Take care, Dobrniega. And that's the end of her quest line, which is super awesome. So now we need to take care of this, which I believe has us talking. No, it's not talking to her. Excellent. Hello there, how can I be of service? I'm here to collect the wine my wife has ordered. Alright, the lady with the contagious laugh, correct? That seems like a proper description of her, yes. I have it here, I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Many couples order it for special occasions. It's said to be an aphrodisiac. What does that mean? It means you'll never forget the night you're about to have. Alright. I think, if I remember this quest right, that we are not actually done with it. It's going to send us somewhere else for something else. Maybe. It might be the requirement to get an heir, too. I think they changed that, because it used to be you had to ask your wife to have an heir, and I don't remember us having to do that in Season 1. So maybe this quest is the propagation of the heir. I'm not entirely sure. Do we have any pregnant villagers yet? No, we do not. That is surprising, seeing as we've had some of these people for a year. I'm back, darling. Are you ready to have your world rocked? Changing plans. Oh, come on. When you were gone, a friend of mine stopped by and told me about a situation in Brannica. I was just up there. Supposedly a woman from outside the valley came and then made some commotion. I don't know the whole story, but the villagers calling her a liar and a crook. What does that have to do with us? I remember how hard it was coming here at first. I didn't know anybody and felt judged and alone. You need to go there and see if she needs any help. But honey, I have the wine here. I'm sure she'll be fine. She will, because we have the best man I know helping her, which will make me very happy. And you know that I can be extremely generous in paying back. I'll be back in a jiff. Anything to keep the wife happy. Happy wife, happy life. The problem is we don't have a house to put her in because our only house with one person in it also has a female. So we are going to have to build this other simple house before we can get her. Or build a whole new house. Do we have enough logs to build a whole new house? Because if we do, we can just go that route. So we need 78 total. We have 69. Wait, didn't we already have the planks? Or did we use those? I think we already used those. Well, shit. Let's do what we can. Alright, so we'll get this house done, then we can move two of our unhappiest, or whatever our unhappiest couple is. We move them into this house. And then move the gal that we're about to rescue into that house. Pretty much any quest that you get from your wife is going to give you a free townsperson. So it always behooves you when she gives you a quest to pay attention and have a place prepared for them. We did discover, because there was one point where we didn't need anybody else, so we turned down recruiting the person, and we wound up not getting any increase from our wife. She wasn't particularly happy with us for not asking them to live in our village. So, let's see who our least happy couple is in a simple house. So there's 24. So that's 0. Oh, no, 16. 0. 0. Oh, that's my family. Oh, we did have the small simple house we could have put her in. God, I'm dumb sometimes. Okay, so not these two. They're at 16s. So this is a 6 and a 0, and this is a 6 and a 0. But you know what? It's the woman who's the 0 in this one, so we're going to move them in. Because he really wants his wife to be happy. So Lorelei and Tybalt. Lorelei And Tybalt. Merry Birthmas, guys. You just got an upgrade. Do we know each other? I'm sorry we don't. I've just heard that there was some commotion in here. Can I help you with anything? Oh, you're the first nice person I've met in this blasted valley. Believe me, there's plenty more. What seems to be the problem? Well, I'm the rightful owner of this land, but those damn buffoons not only built their village here, but they refuse to leave. What makes you believe this land is yours? It's not a matter of belief, it's a fact. I have a deed of ownership right here. And where did you acquire it from? I come from a distant realm, and one of the very respectable gentlemen prepared this document when we made the deal. The deal? When I bought the land, of course. But nobody here seems to listen to me, or even believe my words, when I'm literally holding proof in my hand. Oh my, I'm terribly sorry. I appreciate it, but could you try to convince them instead? That's not what I'm sorry about. I'm sorry that you've been deceived. Deceived? By the not-so-respectable-after-all gentleman. The document is fake. How could you know? You didn't even look at it. I don't need to. The law in this valley doesn't work like that. All unoccupied land is free for the taking. The only kind of payment is the king's taxes. I can't believe it. I spent my life savings for a worthless piece of paper. Again, I'm really sorry. I feel like a joke. I have wanted to leave my hometown ever since I was a little girl. I dreamt about running my own farm. I always had green fingers, you know. And now when I arrived in the most stunning valley with the most fertile soil and all of it free for the taking, I don't have a single coin to my name to build any of it. The world is a cruel place for idiots like me. Then join me in my settlement. Are you serious? You barely know me. I've heard enough. You're passionate, brave, and driven. Besides, I'm always in need of a good specialist. In my village, you could be in charge of the farms, just like you wanted. Sounds amazing. You're a lifesaver. How glad I am to have met you. So is that a yes? Yes, of course. Splendid. Welcome to the family, then. So she's actually a farmer. I was wrong. She is not a merchant. It must be the inventor gal that was the merchant. I know there was one. I just didn't remember who. No, she is very clearly a farmer. I feel like she would be wasted in any of the animal pens, but it's going to be problematic to put her once she becomes pregnant. Well, she's 36. She's going to have a hell of a time finding a mate. So let's go ahead and put her in the simple house. And we're actually going to double her up in one of the farm sheds. Probably the older, or the newer one, rather. Because that guy's only a level 3, whereas the other one upgraded to 4. So hopefully with her on board, we can actually get all of it done without us having to interfere too awful much. Although we do still need to interfere enough that we get our farming levels. Because we need to get our farming level maxed for our mount increases. That is very, very important. Cannot be understated. Looks like we have another quest in our village, interestingly enough. Oh, just back to our wife. It's just a turn-in. It didn't look like it had the sparklies around it. It does, though, if you zoom in enough. I am facing the complete wrong direction. Let's head back to the village! Right away. I think they might get more draw if they would do fun little things like that for seasonal. Like during Christmas, have Christmas decorations and crap that you could build, stuff like that. So there are a lot of people that are super into that stuff. Hey, wife. Crisis averted. I'm ready for all the love. It is? What was it about? A lady claiming that the land Branica lies on was hers, but it turned out somebody had tricked her. It's all good now, though. How is it good now? What did you do? Well, I informed her about her mistake. And asked her to join our settlement. You did? Really? Of course. She was in trouble and I... Shut up. Excuse me? Shut up and take your shirt off. Oh my! Well. So that's a thing that happened. Sources. What's on your mind? Want to hear a joke? What's round, green, and looks like a cabbage? A cabbage! That is awful. That is even worse than a dad joke. Oh, that's not at all what I wanted. Yeah, I think we're going to have to wait for her to,
How is life treating you?
Well, we could do romance. Her affection's still at 100%. Oh, there we go. I think we're ready to have a child. What do you think? Now we're talking, handsome. Meet me at the house after 7 p.m. and I'll rock your world. Excellent. Okay.
See you soon.
It's after 7. So is she pregnant now? Is that a thing?
Goodbye.
Well, that didn't work out. I really want to get them up and situated before season change so that we can do the math for our necessary, how many firewood and whatnot that we need for people. There we have it. So now we can come in here, go to the second woodshed, and assign the only 2 jobless people. So let's see. Our wood demand is 439.7 divided by 20. So that's going to be 22 crafts of firewood that we need. So we're going to come in here, and we are going to make 22 crafts worth of firewood. Okay, and then we are going to do at least 22 logs. And then we're going to do the rest in sticks for now. To offset, that's a lot of sticks. You know what we're going to do? We're not going to do that many sticks. We are going to do 25 in sticks. And we're going to split the difference. So we have 19% that we can do. So let's do 9% and see where that puts us. That is a lot more than 9%. So that's 5 more. So let's take this up to... So that'll be 27, 28 total. Okay, 29. So that'll give us 6 out of this. Maybe one more. 30. Let's do that. Let's do that. That way we get some planks coming in too. It's not going to be a terrible lot of planks, but that crap will add up over time if we're not paying attention, and we can use it for vials if need be. So that'll situate that, and then we can take our first woodshed and move it back entirely to planks. Or to planks, entirely to logs. And that way we should have a pretty good... So the one's going to handle itself. So we're going to have 124 surplus of logs, and then the other one is going to produce as many logs as it needs for its other stuff. The one thing I am a little bit worried about, though, is tools. We may need to make a couple of bronze axes for storage. Okay. So as far as our tech points go, are we close to anything? So the Woodshed 2, we've already built 2 of those. We're good there. Hunting Lodge 2. I think we already upgraded our Hunting Lodge. Is our Hunting Lodge a 2? Hunting. Yes, it is. Okay, whoops. Barn 2, we have not quite unlocked. Food Storage 2. Are you the Tier 2 food storage? You look like the Tier 2 food storage. Yes, you are. So Barn 2 will be soonish. Sewing Hut 2. I believe we upgraded the Sewing Hut 2 already. So the kitchen here is what we need to work towards. So we need crafting or production points badly. I think making excess knives is probably not a terrible idea. So we just need to, we just need to produce some stuff as quickly as possible. I think one of these houses was the farmer. I would like to do the farmers first, but honestly, it really doesn't matter. They're all going to get done eventually. I try to focus because this is going to raise happiness and also lower the amount of firewood that we use. But I try to focus on the ones, because it raises happiness, that are doing jobs that we need more of faster. But it's not always workable. none of you fit the bill. We have a trader and a survivalist, so that is not super useful. Show me your wares. So we need 24 cherry tree saplings. He's got 14. Which gives us 15 total. We still need 10. So we are going to have to go visit one of the other farmers regardless. So let's not. I don't know that we will have the tavern up next year, but I really like the way that the cherry blossom trees look, so getting those up sooner rather than later is better. I wish they let you select the orchard like they do in the field. Yeah, that would be cool. But honestly, I don't mind throwing down. I mean, a 10 by 10 field is a 5 by 5 orchard, so we're only going to be putting down 25 seedlings, and she's going to do the rest of it for us. We don't have to fertilize it. We don't have to do anything year after year. It's just that initial setup, so I kind of see why they didn't. But it would be nice to be able to set it up. I really miss our horse. I hope we can get another black horse. I'm sure eventually we can, just through breeding, because it seems to be more or less random what coats they breed with. Because the black one and a gray gave us a one of the dappled ones, the white on the front with the brown spots along the back. And those two colors weren't even in the two parents, so I think it just picks a random coat for the children. So we are going to have to, at season change, absolutely blast through the field as quickly as we can to get the most money out of it. We do not want them harvesting the... because we get twice as much out of the harvest that they do. So we want to get as much of that flax done as we can before they get to it. They're gonna get some of it. There's no way around it. Unless we... oh, you know what we could do? We can unassign them jobs right before season change so that they don't screw with it. That might be worth the effort, just so that we get double quantity for all of our flax. I think, though, based on how much cabbage we have left at the end of this year, because we only did one field of it, I think that we are actually going to do 2 fields of it next year, and then see where we're sitting for that, because then we can probably skip a year and only do one the year after. Because one of these fields is not going to get hit up at all during summer. There's no reason to have 3 fields of cabbage. That is way too much, and the seeds aren't really worth any real money. We're only after it for the actual cabbage. I mean, we'll still sell the excess, but we're not in it for the money. It's for food. Literally just worked Racemer to death, not watching his hydration. Yep. I have done that. It was much worse last season, where I would set up for the long crafts after stream so that I didn't make everybody sit through them during the stream. You know, when I had 2 hours of things to thresh, and I would walk away and forget, and come back and he'd be dead. So that works. Definitely want to... do we have a time of day? It is 7 o'clock. I don't want to shift the season just yet, though, because it is about that time, guys. It's 2 to 8. So we will start off our next episode with trying for an heir and then harvesting the fields. And that will make us a crap ton of money, and then we can put them back into the fields and get them working again. But yeah, so we did get quite a bit done today. If you learned anything useful, or if you had a good time, please don't be afraid to drop a like. If you're feeling friendly, maybe go ahead and subscribe. But either way, have a fantastic rest of your night, and we will catch you next time. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it.